Hi, I'm back, and I'm sorry for anyone that was waiting for a new video. I had to check myself for a bit. I took a little time off and I regrouped, and I feel so much better. So I'm sorry to whoever was looking forward to or waiting for me to make a new video. But I am back now, and I am ready to sit down and have another chat. Okay, let me introduce myself. If you're new and you're watching, I am Nomad Rose, and I'd like to have a chat with you. So, like I said, I had to take some time off and check myself for a little bit, which I encourage anyone to do within reason, or if you just feel like you do need a little bit of a break from certain things. I think it's important to place yourself in a different environment or to take something away from you that might be controlling. And that's what I did, and it's honestly helped me. I think it's important that you focus on, well, it's supposed to be a number one priority, your mental health. It should come first because, in my opinion, if you are not right with your environment or where you are currently and you feel overwhelmed, it's going to start affecting other aspects in your life. I have been in situations where it has. I've had personal experience with that. So it's important to often check yourself and make sure you are doing okay. You should really look out for yourself. I mean, it's very important also to have people around you that look out for you as well. I think it is incredibly important to have someone or a few someones that can just say, hey, just take a step back and just regroup your thoughts and just think about this a little bit more, which is something that's actually very hard because we often tend to isolate ourselves. And by doing that, we push away the people that we need sometimes. And unfortunately, things that might happen because of that is you lose those people entirely. And that's also something that I think is very important is to remember that you have a certain obligation towards the people in your life because just as much as they help you, you might not know how much you help them. So, yes, you may be going through things, and that's completely okay. You're allowed to. We all are allowed to feel what we want to feel and to handle it in a healthy way, but we also sometimes need some help. We need help getting through certain things. And I think it's important to have friends and to have family around you that help you with that. And I also think it's important that you help them. Because the thing is, a lot of people don't acknowledge it, but we as individuals, a lot of us work well with motivation. And if you're giving something to someone and they give it back to you in their own way, in a way that you need, that motivates you, and then it just continues. And instead of breaking each other down or distancing yourself or losing what you have, you're building each other up, and you're ultimately improving or maturing or growing that relationship, which is very important. And sometimes you might need to be on your own also. And I hope that you do have people in your life, in your circle, that understand that, because sometimes what we tend to do is we don't always listen because we are so set on approaching a certain situation with someone that we care about, in the way that we think is necessary, that we don't listen to what they actually need. And I think that's very important, is you need to listen. If someone says to you, I could really use some space right now, I think you need to listen to them if you know that that is something that they need. Because often we say certain things also that we say we don't want, but we actually do. Or we say we want this, but actually that's not the thing that we need. It's good to have balance. Be on your own sometimes. It's good to talk to yourself actually. I know a lot of people joke about, oh, if you speak to yourself you might not be that well, which I don't particularly like. I think it's very rude to say that to someone. But it's actually very good to talk to yourself. I talk to myself a lot. Sometimes I give myself the best advice. You need to start listening to yourself as well. Because often, sometimes, most of the time, you already know what the right answer is. And you should listen to yourself. That thought that you might have, and it seems like a good idea, it seems like the right thing to do, and you feel very strongly about it, you might be right. That might be the one thing that you need to do. That might be the thing that you need to do to progress. That might be the thing that you need to do to grow. So, something that I've encouraged to myself, which was not easy, I understand also that it's something that we need to work on, is listening to yourself and communication with yourself. Because just as important good communication is with others, so is communication with yourself also extremely important. So listen to yourself and work on it. Improve the relationship that you have with yourself and take on board your emotions. You're allowed to feel anything. People often say, oh no, you're not allowed to feel that, you can't feel that way because that's not right. That is subduing you from working through it and growing. You are allowed to be angry. You should just never allow yourself to go to a place where it might be harmful for you or for others. You are allowed to feel miserable because today is just not for you. And you shouldn't let anyone say to you that you're not allowed to feel this way because and so on and so on. No. If you don't feel all that great today, that's okay and you're allowed to. You're allowed to be sad. You are allowed to cry. There's no rule anywhere that says whoever you are not entitled to have a cry. I cry a lot. It's a very healthy way I found to digest certain things. And you, knowing yourself the best, need to find something that helps you also digest certain things. So go out there and listen to yourself and also listen to those around you. Sometimes the idea that you might have, but you're not certain about it, but there's something in you that wants to go for it, but you know it's not good for you, you need someone to say, hold on there, I don't think this is a good idea, I think you need to think about it. And when you hear that, you think, it's possible. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you didn't see something that someone else did. And I really hope that you have that in your life. And I really hope that you are working on building relationships like those with other people and a good one with yourself as well. Okay, I'm not going to make this a very long one, so I'm just going to say, if you watched this video and you liked it, then I would really appreciate it if you could like the video and also subscribe to my channel. I feel much better now. Thanks. So I am going to start putting out more videos. I think that'll be nice. That'll be fun. Comment also on the videos, any videos, and just give me advice or things that there's something that you would like me to talk about. If you're watching this and you like how I see certain things, then comment and say, well, here's a thought, maybe talk about this, or here's a thought, maybe talk about that. I'm open to talking to anything. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, and I will see you pretty soon.